and they're off. And here we go, this is the hexbug battle for March. And so far, it's looking a bit slow right now. We've got actually a fairly good start for Michaela. And speaking of them, this is actually going to be one of the last battles in which they will be with us. They are going back to their own team. Meanwhile, Pam comes on. And Alex comes on as well there. And so does Cooper coming up beside him. And Jake as well. And Corey and Wolfie, in fact. And now we got this against some pushed off, and there's a scrap on the on-ramp. And Streaker, in fact, is involved in it. Meanwhile, Benny actually comes to help out. And so actually Ralphie, I shall point out, has joined us again. He took actually a pretty long break. Well, in Hexbug years it was a 6-year retirement, but now he's plucked up some courage and has joined us again. Meanwhile, Tom is also coming on. And meanwhile, Sam as well, in his bright colours, is here. And meanwhile, it looks like, and Pinky spectacularly pushed off. And Xeroxy kind of trying to nose her way through. Looks like she's trying to make up some ground there. And actually, there's a bit of an incident for Webber. She kind of gets turned sideways a little bit. Ralphie's been flipped. Meanwhile, there's a bit of a shunt on the on-ramp, which we shall break up. And, oh, that was a bit unlucky for Wendy there. She came on and got pushed off instantly. Meanwhile, Mickey Thompson comes on, you can see there in the silver, but it looks like he stops on the battle bridge. That's what he often does, that's his tactic, just stopping on the battle bridge, and then letting, you know, the rest of the guys figure out what they're gonna do. You can see also, oops, there's a bit of an accident there on the crossover ramps. There's a bit of a, and actually, and also on the crossover ramp, looks like someone managed to get the wrong way. I hate it when that happens. Someone goes down on the side. Alright, there we go. It looks like it's cleared itself. And there we are. Looks like it's, well, it's sort of all cleared itself. There's another bit of an accident, and Corey there is getting pushed upwards. There we go. Luckily she isn't hurt. Actually, Streaker as well, getting a bit of a, getting turned sideways a bit. I shall help her up and send some of these guys over to the other side. I think, did someone fall out? Yeah, they did. That was Alex that fell out. There's a few guys down in here. Actually they're mainly falling out on this side more, which is actually a bit unusual. Another bit of an accident here. These guys going up on their side, which is slightly annoying. What ticks me off is when these guys find their way through the door. Like, one goes out, and then the other one just kind of slips past like that. That is very annoying. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of a problem, as you can see these guys are all kind of fighting each other in the hex cell, which I shall just do this, and just for the sake of trying to, you know, teach them rules. You have to battle on the battle bridge. Don't have any brawls in the hex cell. Right. So, meanwhile, on the battle bridge itself, it looks like, well, Shelly is getting pushed to the limit and she falls off. Meanwhile, Sam also falls off along with Benny. And, well, it looks like then, that was Sheila that got pushed off. And who is this? That is Joey. Oops. Right on the edge there. About to go off, maybe, maybe not. I mean, Mickey Thompson stopping on the battle bridge again. And this time I think it's the safety hexbug's turn to try and break this up. Here he comes to try and push this through. It looks like he's succeeding a bit. And another accident. Actually blocking the safety hexbug. That's against the rules for sure. So Webbish will in fact get a penalty and be put back down there. And meanwhile, safety hexbug pushing it through again, and Michaela coming to the aid as well. Actually trying to... there's a bit of an accident. Actually, Ryan taking a bit of a blow. That looks like it kind of hurt. Actually, he's okay though. He's going pretty fast too. I think I may have given him new batteries. Yeah, it's a mistake to give a hyperactive hexbug new batteries. Alright, meanwhile, safety hexbug going back in, and looks like Pinky being a little kind to Sam there. I think she likes him. Anyway, so, oh, Ryan, bad luck for Ryan getting pushed off. Oh, and Sam also, as well. And meanwhile, alright, so, and who's that there? That is Harry. Looks like in a very precarious position. He might just be able to save himself. The shape of the V2s aren't actually very good, and he goes off. And it looks like also Sheila in a... No, actually, she manages to nose her way through. And is trying to go back out, trying to take that opportunity made by Wallace and Ryan barging in, slamming into Zeroxy and taking the opportunity to go back out again. Meanwhile, more of these guys getting put back up here, and I shall have to do this. Only I think the streak is going a bit slow. A scrap is inevitable, but nonetheless, the show must go on. These guys getting firmly stuck in here. And meanwhile, Mickey Thompson has been stopped on the battle bridge and he gets pushed off. I shall just put him back on and cheat a bit. Meanwhile, Ralphie coming back on, and he actually isn't looking a bit too healthy since this is his first battle in 6 hexbug years. Yellow Hex on his side. And another scrap. Cooper and Michaela tangling with each other. Even though from the same team. And, in fact, who is this? That is Wolfie, trying to push them through. Been a bit brave there. And also, it looks like... I can't remember his name. No, actually I do. Ray. Ray is his name there, and he got pushed off. You know, the glow-in-the-dark Nano V2. Him, still with some bruises from that endurance battle all that time ago. And then... also... well, it looks like, and that is Quiver, who got pushed off again, and again, she just takes too many chances. She always goes right near the edge, and she gets pushed off again. Meanwhile, Zeroxy just taking it easy, and a bit of an accident there too, and now, we shall concentrate on what's on the battle bridge. And now it is Sam trying to nose the camera. And it's actually a bit calm at the moment. Meanwhile, there's a bit of scrap on the crossover ramp itself. As everyone's coming up, making desperate measures to try and get on the battle bridge. People going the wrong way, which is one of the most annoying things, but they'll do that.
And as the battle's progressing, you get some of these guys are starting to get a little bit fatigued. Starting to run out of energy, finding themselves on their sides, not being able to get up. All this mayhem on the bridge itself. And of course what else is going on is once they're pushed off, it's a big effort to get themselves back up there and back into the fray. So, we kind of help them out a little bit. So the teams are a little bit more even. And as you can see, some of the experts, they like to pay attention to what the camera's showing. They kind of show themselves off for a little while. And then they get back into fighting with the other guys.
And actually it looks like I think this is about the time that we start getting to a sudden death. Yeah, usually about 15 or so minutes into it, it's usually, yeah, sudden death. So let's sort of stop some of these guys from coming on. Let's get these guys on and stop them from going the wrong way, and then we shall start with sudden death. That's actually a big scrap on the on-ramp. This is one of the most packed battles I've ever experienced. This is almost as packed as Epic Hexbug Battle 2, if you do happen to remember that battle. I'm trying to remember in Hexbug years when that would have been. I think that was 2012 I did that battle, so that would have been, yeah, that would have been the 90s in Hexbug years. So that was quite a while ago. But yeah. So, now that we have a relatively calm moment, I think Wolfie is going to be pushed off. First of all, let's get everyone out of these hex cells right here. So there's only 4 guys on here now, and so this is, and actually Quiver comes on. Actually, it's not quite sudden death yet, so that didn't quite count. Hang on, let me just take her off, otherwise she's gonna get pushed off instantly. Alright, it is now time for sudden death. Right, sudden death starts now. And Joe's the first one to come on, and I don't know who's going to be the first one to get pushed off. Glowy Jr. is the first one to get pushed off, and then there goes Ken, and actually a big scrap there. Alex also gets pushed off, and so does Joe. That was unlucky there, actually, for him. And who else is this? That is James, Paul James, and Sheila. And who else is this now? This is Anti Cooper not getting pushed off, and Pinky goes off as well, and Flaky too. And Wolfie. Meanwhile, Streaker also comes on too, making a very daring move, pushing off 2 hexbugs at once. And actually, some of these guys trying to cheat a bit, and that is Mary also getting pushed off spectacularly. And Bugsy too. Oops. Kathy as well. And Henry also coming on. Streaker taking advantage and making a very daring move, pushing Cory off. And making short work of Henry. And Benny is overrun, and 5 hexbugs pushed off at once, including Streaker. That was bad luck for her. She did not see that coming. Meanwhile, I think, and that is John getting pushed off. I'm trying to take these hexbugs out underneath the book that this camera is on. Taking a bit of time, and Ray also getting pushed off. And meanwhile, Mickey Thompson actually trying to come on, and actually Ryan comes back on and kind of goes to the side, and he gets pushed off. I didn't see who pushed him off though. Mickey Thompson coming on and just sitting there, not doing much. And this is getting a bit calm. Actually, Pam is trapped in the door. I think I might just help him out there. There we go. Now this is the sort of time when they're all trying to make moves, just trying to decide what to do and when to do it. And I think Ralph is trying to push Cooper to the limit, and off goes Cooper. That is unusual for him, actually by someone who has a lot less experience than him as well. Meanwhile, actually, I think Mickey Thompson and Alexander are very near the edge. And Ralphie's been flipped upside down again. They may go off at any minute. And of course you don't know when. And actually it's actually getting flipped upside down. He only has... well, he's lost quite a few eggs. So, yeah. Trying to swerve around. They're trying to push Ralphie off, even though he's on his side, which is a daring move. And I think he's trying to push Michaela off. He made a very daring move. He's trying. He didn't quite make it. Roxy actually blocked him. And Ralphie standing back up again and rear-ending these guys, and off goes Michaela, and this is the breakthrough we needed. Alexander also goes off, and so there's Mickey Thompson. Now there's 5 guys and girls on there. Now we wait. So he's going to make the first move. It's close. Could be Ralphie, could be Streamer, could be Pam, could be Hexy, or it could be Roxy. Bit of a stalemate right now, as you can see. Nobody's willing to make a strong move at this point. Oh, but look at that. That sparked it. Mix it up a little bit here, force him to do something new.
Come down to the last 5 contestants.
I think Hex is going to get pushed off. Streamer's trying, but sometimes with these experienced guys, they just tend to grip the side of the battle bridge. And is pushed off by Ralphie.
Ralph is a cunning one. He kind of feigns that he's not very good. Falls over onto his side, just catches the leg of one of the others, and there he goes again, you see? He's a cunning little guy. Sneaks up behind. Pushing out now, will play his waiting game once more. He's got an interesting tactic. Falls onto the side. One leg hits around the other of one of the hexbugs. And the next thing you know, boom, done, just like that. Very clever tactic. We'll see what he can make of these 2 that are left.
He may just be able to push Streamer off if he's lucky, but Roxy is one of the very most experienced. It looks like... Well, who knows?
I'm back to a bit of a stalemate once again. So here's what we do. It's an extraordinary rule. When the moderators think, off they come. We re-enter the battle bridge, and we'll see what happens.
It's always like this with these slow guys. They actually with the more experienced guys, really, because they don't make too much of an effort. Actually, they're trying to turn around there, trying to round a bit on. And it's very hard to push some of these guys into smooth rubber off, because they almost like slip down back the side of the battle bridge as well. So it's actually harder to push them off. And for that very reason.
As you can see from this shot, these are very wiggly bums.
They do, it's true.
Now these guys are kind of not really very much to...
My finger got caught inside the bag, that's what happened.
Very quickly back to the stalemate. Nobody wants to give any ground. Nobody wants to try anything a bit silly down to the last 3.
Yeah, this isn't like NASCAR. Down to, even down to the very end, they're very, very sensible about what they do. Unless they're rookies, that is. Actually, Streamer's trying a bit of a, a butt bumper, if you see what I mean. Trying to make them, the Streamer actually tries to make them do something silly and then takes advantage of it. Which is a very good tactic, but I don't think it'll work with Ralphie and Zeroxy, because they actually know her plan very well.
Well, as we come down to the last minute now of sudden death time, Extraordinary Rule 14-6B will have to be invoked, as these guys are just not willing to make a little move. So what that involves is all 3 hexbugs are basically dropped onto the battlefield, onto the bridge, all at once. We'll see what happens. And here he goes.
And, actually, I don't think there is too much of a need for that, as there is, in fact, 4 hexables we completely forgot about. They were stuck in one of the ramps, so they, in fact, can be introduced back onto the battle bridge. What do you know?
Oh, here we go.
And this is Link, and flipped onto the side, Harry too.
These are an energetic,
Joey,
much more energetic
and
one.
things
Looks
are
like
obviously
we're gonna
getting-
mix up some stuff here.
And
Oh,
Harry getting pushed off spectacularly.
yeah, it just shows you.
There, and there
you go.
goes. Can't remember the name. Joey trying to get the odd opportunity to get out, and this is also a bit of a problem. Link trying to come back on, trying to rear end, and actually almost getting pushed off. That was a bit of an energetic and daring move from Dreamer. And off goes Link. Now actually Joey getting into the fray there. This looks very much like Epic Hexbug Battle 2. It's very reminiscent of it for sure. This is the one where you have to jiggle it and try and break it up. It sure works though. Joey goes off. And we'll have to use rule 89-26A4, which is jiggling rule. Which may or may not break it up. It's hard to tell. Looks like it's breaking up pretty well though. They're all flips now. This is the desperate measure rule for sure. Alright. This is the rule we'll have to use. We'll have to drop these guys onto the battle bridge. And whoever stays on wins. Ralphie goes off. That's down to 2. And so Roxy is off the battle bridge. And she will take 2nd place with Ralphie in 3rd. And meanwhile, Streamer will win this battle.
Dun 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 dun.
And meanwhile, the rest of the bugs that are in the battle swarm around cheering. Even the safety hexbug isn't shining against that, so you know it must be pretty good.